those from Bugoma, Gongwa, MONBASA, MVITA, those who listened to my past videos may have come across something to do with warfare. It may have sounded a bit boring, but this one is a follow-up on the human body. So today's topic is body warfare, self-defense, self-repair, and destruction, and case studies. This body of ours is made in a very unique manner. That's why the Bible says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Let's take a trip through the human body, and we shall find how it defends itself, how it repairs itself, and a fact that it can also decide to destroy itself. This is the wonderful human body. I've had people asked, do you know yourself? And they are very quick to answer, yes. Who cannot know himself? I want you to understand now that what you know about yourself is very little. It's only God, your creator, who knows about you. Let's take a trip, because I talk of war, MVITA, MONBASA. I'm going to bring you into the body warfare system. There is an army in your body. There is a police force in your body. There is a transport system in your body. And in the very, very same body, there is communication by electricity and by chemicals, just like we have in the modern world. We're starting with your circulatory system, a very interesting part of the body. It has got the red cells, the white cells, and is it platelets or something of the sort? And then it has got plasma, that is the liquid part. And this body is on defense mode 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. There's no time it's not on defense mode. It's just like a country where the army, the police are alert 24 hours a day. Our defense mostly consists of the white blood cells. The white blood cells are of different categories. And as the blood circulates around the body, they continuously circulate around the body. One, finding out if there are any strangers or aliens. Two, if the aliens or strangers are hostile or not hostile. And three, if they are hostile, they are able to identify what type of strangers are in the system, call upon the other white blood cells that are the armies of the body, these are the police, and the army of the body is able to deal with different enemies in different manners. There is an attack where the white cells come and engulf. They eat up the enemy. And there are times when they come and coagulate around the enemy, stick it up, disable it or kill it by so doing. There are times when the very cells use chemical warfare. They are able to identify the DNA of the enemy and produce certain chemicals that destroy the enemy or disable the enemy. That's why we get vaccinated, so that they are able to get the identity of these pathogens. And when they meet these pathogens, they are able to identify, call for the right weaponry in the armory, the right battle array to deal with the enemy. That is your body at warfare. And they are able to repair quickly when there is an attack. Something has destroyed your body, you are bleeding. Immediately, these cells and the rest of the body are able to identify there is a leakage, there is a damage. They are able to send the fibrinogen, this material that looks like threads, in the blood for the blood to coagulate around that place, seal the wound, divert the blood into other vessels. This happens without us knowing. From attack, defense, and repair. 24 hours a day. Fearful and wonderful made. Do not joke with the war machine of the body. We have the army, we have the barracks, we have communication chemical, and also we have communication electrical, because if you are injured, our body communicates like a telephone, like a computer. So electronically, the brain is informed. It triggers that defense immune system also. Much about our body and warfare. Our body and transport. When we take water, which forms much of our plasma, it acts as the transport system of the body. But the red blood cells also act as transport system of the body too. They are able to get oxygen into all the parts of the body and carry carbon dioxide exhausted back to the lungs for expulsion. The digested food is transported through the plasma, throughout the body, to the necessary body parts, 24 hours a day. Our transport system is working. Many are rarely aware of it. There are times when dangerous chemicals enter the body, and we know the liver. It comes to the rescue, filtering harmful chemicals from the body, neutralizing others, even sometimes breaking down foods from one state to another. If you have taken too much protein, it's able to break down from protein some to carbohydrate. And when we drink, that is the part that is mostly affected, because it's the part that fights the alcohol. That's why people who are very much addicted to alcohol have something like a liver burn, because it's cirrhosis of the liver. Yeah. Then within the body itself, within the genes, there is a cleansing and repair system that goes on. Cleansing the genes, controlling the formation of new genes, and the duplication and instructions, so that different cells get different instructions to become different organs of the body, to repair different parts of the body. What we had before. We say we know ourselves much. Do you know that much? There is the digestion, grinding down with acids and all that, and absorption of foods and removal of foods, and we have our alimentary canal, another complicated system. We have our main telephone system, electronic, the sensory nerves, the sensory system, able to coordinate different things, coordinate up to your balance, coordinate when there is danger, coordinate flight and defense, all those things in an instant. When something happens, you are informed and a reaction is chosen from your database immediately without your knowledge. You find yourself reacting. That's why when something pinches you or you step on something sharp, you lift up that part of the body quickly, remove it from there, hold the place, or sometimes put the injured place into the mouth. Do you know why we do that? Because saliva has antiseptic properties. That's why when you are injured, you find your hand going directly into the mouth. Our body. Our body. And what else happens? Our body defense system needs exercises, just like every military goes for war games. So if you keep the environment too clean, everything too clean, there's a breakdown of the immune system. And sometimes the body may decide to start attacking itself. So you start getting diseases, reactions like those of diseases, but it's because of bored soldiers. There are no war games. So sometimes they hit one another in the camp. That is our body system. That's why you find when children are crawling, mostly when they are small, they are busy ingesting everything. You give them a pencil, they put it in the mouth. They get that, they put it in the mouth. You put a shoe, everything, food. It is getting those germs, pathogens to the body for the body to identify, recognize, and put it on its database. So that when those things come, it's able to know this pathogen has come, that is the defense. Get that from the armory. From there, we have, our body is so complex. Let's say we have this thing to do with vision. Let me not even go digestion, vision. There is this part that we used to think things when we were young, because we were told of the body parts and it was interesting. We would hear medulla oblongata, and it sounded like a big vocabulary. Yeah, it is a very important part of your body. This part, it's here. An outgrowth of your brain. It determines your memories, your character, your unconscious activities, some dreams, or most dreams, and in fact, most of your activities are controlled from there. And that's why when many people want to kill somebody, they hit here, or they cut here, the back of the head, this part. That is your main engine system. Conscious or unconscious, asleep, awake. That's why when you are sleeping, it's able to map your body and the bed. That's why we don't fall off from the bed. So when you are reaching the edge of the bed, you are asleep, it warns the body, you are at the edge, move to the other side. And you do it unconsciously. Your body, a wonderful body. But there are times when parts of this body are damaged by radiation, and that's when we have abnormal growth. You have seen some other people growing flesh masses so big that you imagine, can a human being grow that big? Yeah, it is when wrong information or damaged information is given to the cells. They grow and they don't stop. Sometimes they become cancerous. Sometimes they are just outgrowths that need repair, operation. And sometimes you operate and they still recur because now the body is getting wrong construction and reconstruction information. Did we know that? Most of us say we know ourselves. We hardly know ourselves. And mostly what happens is that the body is able sometimes to damage itself. And sometimes when you are injured, that's why people are encouraged to be positive. When you think negatively, that negativity is able sometimes to get into your system. And if you are not careful, it can order the mitochondria to start dying. And if mitochondria start closing up, it's a chain reaction. They all close and you die. Instruction because of negativity. There are times when you are told positive things, and even if your injury is severe, you are able to recover. That's why you have had people talking of placebos. You decide to tell somebody there is a drug you are putting somewhere and you are putting nothing. You can even give somebody water and you tell him that one has got these minerals and has got that, and we have mixed this, and somebody will be given medicine. And if you have created that positivity in this person, sometimes people are surprised. They may even do better than somebody on medicine. Healing on nothing. The body healing itself. So the body is able to defend itself, is able to repair itself, is able to destroy itself. So be careful. Your thoughts, don't have negative thoughts. Even when you are injured, don't think of death all along, because sometimes the body may decide to give the instruction. And once it gives those instructions, nothing can save you, not even the present medical. It shuts down, you die. Positivity. The food we eat also helps provide chemicals for defense. Have a good balanced diet. It is good for your defense. It's good for your longevity. Do exercises, just like the body defense units get bored when there are no war games. When there are no exercises, your muscles, your organs start degenerating. And there are times when they can degenerate beyond use. So exercise is very important. Meditate also, because there is the paranormal part of the body that needs meditation, relaxation with God or nature. Have some time for relaxation. Just talk to your maker, or if you don't do that, those who do yoga, just do yoga. Or to somebody who does not want to go by the two, just have some time, 2-3 hours of yours, just to relax in a quiet environment. Sometimes during the weekends, visit out there, go to the nature, to the natural environment. See trees, listen to the birds, walk around. It's very beneficial to the body and the reaction to the body. So even in life, the paranormal part helps us be able to perform things that are unnatural. That is what we call faith. Faith. If you believe, what you believe is what you will be in most cases. Have faith. Faith helps build those parts in the body that we are not aware of, to be able to achieve certain things. You are what you think. You are what you talk. And that's why even in the Bible, we are warned about the tongue. Talk negativity, negativity happens to you. Talk positivity, things will be positive, even your mood and everything. And also, we have the ability to project our negativity or positivity to other entities and other people. That is what we call spell and curses. And sometimes blessings. We can project that too. Those are the things about a human body. I know if we talk, you can go to the science books, you can go to all those things. I'm talking about the things that are there, you know them. I don't have to exhaust everything. Otherwise, what will you do? You also need to go and refer to this material. Human anatomy. Read, get to understand your body. Understand other feelings that go with your body. Other abilities that go with your body. Those that are known and those that are unknown. And things will be better for us. That's why faith is very important. Meditation is very important. Positivity is very important. And when I talk of this, I would like to give case studies. There was a time I was watching videos and about the Vietnam War, a war that took a long time, a war that was so modern that we had chemicals that would be able to burn out forests. We had helicopters everywhere. And something strange happened during that war, because the soldiers who would be injured and carried by helicopter, given blood transfusion immediately, because sometimes blood transfusion will start immediately. A soldier is rescued, you are put in the helicopter, there is transfusion, there is all the medical attention. A large number of them died. People are wondering why. Now, there is everything. You are giving all that is required for the body, but a large number died. Then came the Falkland War. That one I was alive, and we had about Argentina and Britain quarreling over an island down the South American area, British territory. And Argentinians claim it's their territory because it's at their coast. And we know the capital is Stanley, capital of Falkland Island. It's called Stanley. So there was war, and now the Britons were fighting far from home. They had to rely on warships, and now when it came to infantry, some got in and some would get injured, and because Argentina is also a modern country with a very strong army, the attack and everything would make it almost impossible sometimes to reach soldiers on time. But strange enough, in that situation, many of the injured or even badly injured soldiers survived. It was a wonder. Why is it that in one situation where everything was available, trained medical experts, medicine, blood, everything, people died? Here where people are neglected, because not neglected, you can't reach them. They are fighting in a place where they are injured and there is a lot of defense from the other side. You cannot be able to reach them easily. They survived. That was a big question. And those who do studies realized one thing. Our body is independent. Our body hates charity. It loves to do everything for itself. For those ones who are there, the body was given enough time to fight the injuries and do everything. And many of them recovered because of the body mechanisms. But to those who had first assistance, the blood could not coagulate and everything went that way and they died in large numbers. So give time for the body, exercise and do all that to put your body in good functioning capabilities. The body needs exercise. The body can repair itself, defend itself. And it needs assistance as a last resort. Give it it will help. It's capable. God has made it to repair and to defend, repair. And sometimes it can destroy itself in bad situations. That is my take for now.